All right, everyone. This is Imran, one of our earlier students. Great to have you. Gonna have
Thank you.
a
Thank you.
testimonial video because he has made some sales recently, which is fire. And just like kind of show you guys how we do our mentoring and basically how he feels about all that stuff, right?
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, the first question that I have, so the first kind of section that we're gonna go through is like who you were before and like your starting point, all right? Um, so before you started working with us, what was your store doing, and what was the main problem that you were stuck on? Now I know you had multiple stores. I don't know if you could just talk about like that starting journey
Right.
for either your first
Sure.
store, your first product, or like how you were feeling. What was the main problem you're stuck on? I guess.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. So I started. Well, speaking with this whole ecom thing, I was trying to start off as a brand. I was trying to get mentorship from someone else before, but that whole brand thing, I was completely new. I didn't know what I was doing. The only thing I knew was just to push, keep going, and I came to the conclusion of, I got to build this some other how. I didn't have the capital for it in the way, so I just landed in drop shipping. And with my first few stores, it was just trying to self learn it, based off already the knowledge that I had from the ecom brand that I was trying to build before, and also just YouTube stuff and random Discord chat, things of that sort. Uh, I made a little progress with that, but I would face, barriers as far as like knowledge, a lot of it.
Mhm.
Like I'll get to a certain point, but I wouldn't. Then I'll just be stuck. Like, okay, what now? Like, what I learn? What should I be looking for? How should I solve this? What way I should be strategizing? Like, what should I look for? What should I not look for? That was like kind of my biggest
Mhm.
struggle, I would say, before I ran into you guys, and that's where I was seeking help with when I got with you guys for the mentorship.
Cool.
But yeah, like that's where basically what it
Okay.
was.
Okay. Do you have like any maybe like revenue numbers or like spend? Like what was that looking like when before you met us? I don't know if you recalling that stuff because you mentioned you made a little bit of progress. Like was that progress like anything monetary maybe?
Yeah, as far as numbers, I say I was in the negatives.
Okay.
I was in the negatives. Probably or just now I broke even. Maybe I don't know. I'd never really sat down and did the math properly. But all I know is I wasn't profitable like that. Like I
Okay.
would stores would be profitable, sure. Like the last store I ran before I got with you guys, it was I made like 500 in profit in a week, but I didn't set everything up properly. Didn't look at the ins and the outs. I didn't really have that proper knowledge and everything, and that just kind of went to waste. But yeah, as far as numbers, it wasn't really, I would say, profit or anything like that.
The
Uh,
structure is what I'm hearing,
just
right?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
structure, right? Cool. Cool.
but
Yeah, and I know you kind of answered this, but like before you found us, like what had you like kind of tried and like what wasn't working? Like, is there like one main thing that like maybe wasn't working for you specifically that specifics help?
one main thing I'll say definitely marketing,
Okay.
uh, and that's what I feel like I struggle with.
Hmm.
Uh, like I'll set up a store somehow, whatever, learn it off the internet. Uh, I'll just rip off ads. That would be like my first move. But then as soon as I see the product was, something to continue with or go further, I'd just be stuck. Like I don't know how to market it from that point. I didn't have the proper structure or didn't really have the knowledge, to be honest with you, uh, that you guys offered. I haven't put a lot of the stuff that you guys told me into use, but I'm pretty sure it's more beneficial because of the result that I got based off like the bare minimum.
Hmm.
But I wasn't really like knowledgeable at all within the marketing area.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
yeah,
Marketing, right? Like just like intention, I guess. Like why should
right,
I do this next step? I think that's the one area where students get like kind of stuck, where it's like, okay, it's working, but like, why is it working? Like, I don't know, because we've been there too, right?
right.
That's what it sounds like. But yeah, um, yeah. Next question is, what was your first reaction when you heard the price for a mentorship? Like, were you skeptical about anything? Just curious about that, because when we did it, it was very different. The pricing was very different, right? So I'm just curious,
Yeah.
like, how'd you feel about the pricing, and were you skeptical about just mentorships?
No, honestly, if I'm comparing it from the mentorship base, like the other prices I've seen in the market, no, I wasn't skeptical about it at all because I paid double of what I paid you guys for someone else to not even learn anything from.
Yeah,
Uh,
so,
yeah, I'm not gonna disclose exact numbers, but just
cool. Yeah.
to say the least, I pay way more for other mentorships. In the past businesses that I had, like real estate, I got ripped off for a whole bunch of stuff too. The knowledge wasn't there, yeah, it was just the money talk. Like they would just
Mm-hmm.
give you random stuff. But yeah, pricing, I wasn't skeptical about that at all.
Makes sense. No, I appreciate that. Yeah, makes sense. And like, was there anything that almost stopped you from joining the mentorship?
No, besides my own personal finances, nothing else. But as far as like, you know, I guess it could be different for everyone,
Mm,
as far as like how they move and how they perceive. But I had this
mm.
mentality of I still have it to this day where it's like if I don't do it this way, how else am I going to find out? Like just do it. Like this
Exactly.
all you to learn. Yeah,
Makes sense. Sick, sick.
yeah,
Cool. That was the first section. Second section is going to be about like your actual stuff that you did, right?
right.
So like, kind of, can you like walk me through like what happened in the mentorship, like after we started, and like what was the first thing that kind of clicked for you? Like, it could be one specific thing where like, oh, like, okay, gotcha, right? Was there anything like that?
One thing that clicked for me. Can you make this question a little bit more specific? As
Yeah,
far as
like
like,
okay, yeah, like one thing that clicked for you, like as in what was like I remember you were watching the course modules and you were like, oh, like I really like these videos or whatever. Like I like how you structured it. Like I'm assuming you were learning something through that. Was there anything there maybe that you were like, oh, okay, that's really helpful. I didn't think about that.
right. Definitely your guys' like I said, marketing again. Like the structure that you guys have, the way you go about it. Before I just blind, and
Mhm.
just do like rip off as whatever. But then when I started watching your guys' videos that you guys have in your mentorship, it's like there's a structure to it. Like this, which it's actually like school books. Like you're this,
Mhm.
the stuff you learn in school, step by step, like a math problem, whatever. You guys have the same concept, this the same strategy when it comes to learning the deep ends of the e-commerce, this whole business.
Mhm.
That's what clicked for me.
So like yeah, I'm assuming like awareness levels and like that type of stuff,
Right,
right?
right.
That's I think
Awareness levels, a lot of product, then the product research, what to look for, what to not look for, why you should be looking for it, why you shouldn't be looking for it, why it's important, things of that sort.
say
Yeah.
cool. That's really helpful. Yeah, and then like I guess the first part of that question was like, could you like tell me like how we worked together, like when we first started, like the process of that, right? I don't know if there's any like I remember we did like an audit, then we like walked through your store, like anything like that that helps as well.
The one thing I really appreciated from this mentorship was the fact that you guys hand carry your students. I don't know if
Mm,
you guys have it for your others, but you guys literally go through step by step. You don't just throw a load of information like you like go figure it out. You guys just sit there, dedicate the time to it. Like you put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to figure out and help them how they need to be helped.
mm,
And that's
mm,
exactly what I was looking for, to be honest with you. Like I said, I had mentorships in the past too. It was just join a call twice a week. If you have any
mm,
questions, type in the chat or just send a message to the mentor. Mentor will reply 33 business days later, sometimes a week later, whatever.
yeah,
And for you guys, it was the complete opposite. It's like
sick.
you need help, I'm here anytime, any minute, whatever you want. And yes, it may not be calls every single day,
Mm,
but you still like you put it you put the knowledge and all the information the way I would understand it.
Yeah. No,
You're
that's what we like to try and do. And, just prioritize because everyone's learning style is different. You want
right,
to prioritize as much as we possibly can what best suits you because the best way to obviously learn is your learning style, right? And if we can teach it
right,
that way, that's perfect because you're going to learn the fastest way possible and you're going to be able
right,
to implement everything and actually see results. Like this is a results driven business, right? So
right.
that's just how it works. And it's not easy because everyone is different. It's hard for us to manage that, but we try to give as much time, as much attention, and tweak as much as we possibly can. So you learn the most that you possibly can.
Right, right, definitely. Yeah. So I guess the teaching style, you guys really just try to fit yourself to the student, whatever way they learn, that's the way you're gonna do it for them. That's
Sick.
that's one thing. Yeah.
No, I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean that's another big reason why we only take 5 students a month, right?
Right.
Because why those like the other mentorships you've had maybe weren't the best services because they take volume, right? They take
Mhm.
volume, and when you take volume. Obviously, one person can't handle everyone, so they hire people under them, and it's like, oh, okay, just work with this person, right? So that's a volume issue, and that's why we keep it kind of intentional there. But yeah, no, really appreciate that. That's sick. I guess this kind of did touch up on this, but like, what's one thing that we taught you that you'd never heard anywhere else? This does maybe something new that you haven't mentioned. I know you mentioned the courses you like and awareness stages you like. Was there anything else that we taught you that you hadn't maybe noticed on YouTube or maybe through the other mentorship? Anything specific there? Could be related to store build out, could be related to like ads, media buying, anything really.
Again, ads.
Ads,
That's
yeah.
yeah. Like that's the biggest takeaway I'll say here. The knowledge that you guys put in between, like
Mm,
to understand it, like how it really should be, what's winning, what's not winning, like the way
okay.
to approach it. That's what really, stood out for me. Also, product knowledge for sure. As far as when it comes to building stores and stuff, I'm still bad at it. Like that's not like my strongest, strength or whatever you want to call it. But you guys do have enough knowledge about that as like auditing and all that. That definitely helps for sure. But marketing for sure, definitely.
Cool. Sick. No, that I think, I mean, that is creative is your biggest lever, right? Like in
Right.
any case. Like I think the one thing that I really like to teach is like, oh, there's a reason why you created didn't work. Like it's not the fault of the ad platform. It's not the
Right.
fault of just you ripped off a creative. You didn't know what you were doing essentially. Not you, but I mean in general, even we didn't know. Right. There's a reason why it worked or it didn't work. Let's figure out
Right.
why. Right. And I don't know, I did link you 2 videos recently about exactly that. Check it out when you do have time. It's about like how I refresh creatives and make ads. Do check that
Right.
out. But yeah, cool. Yeah,
Sure.
next question. Yeah, what does your numbers look like before and after? Be as specific as you can. Before you started working with us, after, like I know we've recently found a winning product, but like still, I just want to, even if your numbers, whatever they are, just want to know.
Are we talking revenue?
Revenue works, ROAS works, really anything, any numbers that you can, throw up there that might be helpful. Revenue,
Right.
conversion rate, maybe anything really matters.
I'll say revenue and order amount. Like that's before I never touched the
Mhm.
revenue that I have today from your guys' help and knowledge. I mean, I'm sitting at what is almost 6,000 in revenue for the new product that I launched
Beautiful.
3 weeks ago.
Beautiful.
Before that, the most I've ever gotten in revenue probably 1.4K, 1.5K with one
Mhm.
product, and that was the last product that I did before I got with you guys, and that was just what you guys trying to help with me too in the beginning. But yeah,
Beautiful. Cool. Sick. That's
specific.
really awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, sorry to cut you off. Yeah.
Yeah, specific numbers. Yeah, revenue. I never touched this amount. We never seen it. Never achieved this milestone. I guess. So that's what that.
And the only thing is, it's only going to go up if the more you start to, implement the stuff that we teach and that we recommend. I think it's only going to go up, right? Like I know we've spoken about product page changes. We've spoken about, I guess branding out, specific changes
Right.
like that. The whenever you start to implement those, you'll start to see the change in your conversion rate. You start to see the
Right.
change, and that'll directly reflect to your actual revenue numbers, right? And then
Right.
your profit, right? And then all these things are obviously very connected. It's kind of like, okay, you fix one thing, you'll see the effect through the entire funnel, right?
Right.
But yeah, that's what we like to push, and great to see that it's working.
Right. Definitely.
How's your ROAS looking? I don't know if you have like any of that metric track. Like, how's your ROAS looking? Revenue helps a lot. 6K heavy,
Mhm.
right? Very good start, in my opinion, right? Any ROAS numbers that you might have, or off the top of your head?
ROAS definitely increased on that too. Never paid I haven't really, to be honest with you guys, I haven't paid that deep attention to it before because, like I told you, I was brand new to
Yeah.
I want to say brand new, but like my brain didn't have that awareness of like, look, this numbers matter, this doesn't matter. Look at this, don't look at this. But if I have to, make a guess on it, definitely, yeah, for sure, increase in that consistency. I never been at this rate of progress, I guess, or generation, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, ROAS definitely an increase on that for sure.
Cool. And I'm also assuming AOV, right? With the offers and stuff. I remember we worked through like different offers. So I'm assuming AOV also was a factor there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Mhm.
Cool. Sick. Sick. Couple more, maybe like 2 more sections, but we'll go through these together. How long did it take you before you started seeing results? I mean, I don't like to put a timeline on this stuff, but like just curious, like for you, how long did it take? I know we didn't work together for a month, but also just want to know, yeah, how long did it take you before you started seeing like consistent results?
Well, I guess everyone could speak their own timeline for that, but for me, if I'm basing it based off the progress I put into, the timeline that I've really been just locked in and trying to work, 3-4 weeks. Like I said, this is the only product that I've reached this amount with it,
True.
with as far as numbers, and I've been on top of this since second, third week of May, and this was first, second week of May, June right now. So 3 weeks. In 3 weeks, I've seen this type of result. But I mean, if someone else, someone is out there that's locked in and is one of you guys' student that works day and night, like you guys, I'm sure they'll see it in 2 weeks. But yeah,
No, facts. Sick, man. Yeah, only up from here, right? Yeah. And the
right.
next section here is going to be about like just working with us, like personally, right? So like, what's it like working with me and Cash, and like, what surprised you about the way that we coach?
You guys are great guys. I don't know how much I can emphasize this, but
Yeah.
the energy, you guys maybe not be like crazy level optimistic, but like still, like I said, you guys fit yourself to your student, like whatever way they are, you just put themselves in that same boat. Like you guys don't ride your own waves. Like the mentor I had before, she was doing like a whole like the volume thing we spoke about earlier,
Mhm.
and it's just like I'm just with whether you like it or you don't. Stay in the coaching if you want to. If you don't, get out. You know, that was it. Bare minimum communication. You know, if you need help, go to someone else. No, whatever. You guys are not that way, but you guys are great guys. You know, very knowledgeable. I can already tell, and yeah, the energy is just there. Personalities for sure. Everything. So
Appreciate you, man. No, really
Appreciate
appreciate
it, man.
it.
Yeah,
That's
we
exactly
really try to be again as versatile as possible and give
right.
it our all. You know, whether it's with the calls or that's I always put spotlight Ali on for this. Like the response time, this guy is like instant, bro. So,
No, I'm
so
if I had the money, Alien, I'll pay triple of what I paid for the mentorship, knowing that well you're this way. Don't raise your prices now. Don't raise your prices. Don't raise
We
your
might have to
prices.
now. Like, no, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I don't have a life, man. That's why, bro. I don't.
No,
I
no,
don't.
no. This is more than like you have something bigger than a life here. But
Appreciate
yeah,
it, man.
your response time is crazy. So
Sick, sick. I mean, like, yeah, you guys pay heavy money, and like we understand. Like, that's the difference I want to make from these other people that do mentorships. Like, they don't really respect the people that are paying like heavy
right,
amounts, working
right.
full time jobs, right? To them, it's nothing. Like, I don't want to take names, but there is another mentorship that like one of our friends is a part of, or not even one of our friends, one of our students that like he paid like 10K, and like they're so aggressive. Like, they're like, oh, you have to spend 10K right now, like in terms of like ad spend, and he's like, bro, I can't do that. So like they don't respect where their students are at, and they will be like, oh yeah, you're gonna get 100K, but you got to spend 20K right now. It's like, bro, nobody can do that, right? So that's why we take a more like slow and steady approach. We're like, okay, like learn the stuff. You're at this phase. It doesn't make sense for you to spend. We'll tell you when to spend or when to cut, right? That's kind of
Right.
how I see it. And it's not to flex or to say that we're better. It's just like I don't think the people
Oh,
that are
you
doing
guys are better. Screw anyone who says you guys are not. You guys are better.
So, appreciate you, but like it's just like I want to have that differentiating factor
Right.
where it's like, nah, like you can't be asking people to spend 10 to 15K and not even give them the quality of like a mentorship in general. But
Right.
sick, appreciate you. Couple more questions. What would have happened if you hadn't joined, and where do you think you would be right now?
Good question. That's a good question.
Hmm.
What would have happened if I didn't join, and where would I be at? Probably still running the same circle around like I did in the past, going back
Hmm.
and forth, like
Hmm.
thinking I know something, I don't, then I go back to square one, drawing board, remake the
Hmm.
whole plan, hit another barrier, then come back again, scratch the whole plan, and, redo it, just stuck in the same cycle. I feel
Hmm.
like that would have been uh, the thing for me, like how it would have played out if I didn't join.
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, like one thing my mentor says that I've always really liked is like there's 1,000 ways to make $1 million, right? Like
Right,
so many ways. Sometimes you just need someone to be like, no, no, do it this way. Like, don't even look at the other ways. Maybe the other ways are faster. Maybe they're slower,
right,
but like they will get you there, right?
right,
So analysis paralysis is what we try and cut. It's like just do this, just do
right,
it. You get there, even if it's a shaky. Like it was kind of shaky at the start with the other product that we
right,
tried, didn't work out. Then you found one. It's like okay, lock in. Like remember when we looked at the products, we're like, just do this one. Like just
right,
try it. Like you will make a quick bag off this, and that's kind of what's happening, right? But
right,
like you did the work for that though. You hunted down those products, and you were like, okay, like I researched this makes sense, and we were like, yeah, just this is gonna be a quick bag, right?
right, for sure,
That's the thing that we try and like follow. But
right,
makes sense.
yeah,
Is
and
there
even.
any? Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And even if I didn't make it with my other product, I still got the skill. I still learned the knowledge that you guys provided. So that's what matters to me the most. I don't really care about numbers. This what's important is the core of it. I got the core from you guys, and I felt as though I could do it again and again and again. And if I don't land this time, I'll land the next time towards
Yeah,
the number that I
it
want.
is. It's a reps game, right? Like
Right,
one that like that's why in our lives we get the question like, oh, when do you like how many products did it take you? I'm like, why does it matter? Like it took me 4. It took people that we know 20. It took Cash 2. Like there's no like number that it's the reps you put in.
justifies that. Right,
Right? Exactly, and you've done it now once. You understand what to look for, and
right,
if yeah, like you know how to iterate on this, and also for another product. You get what I mean?
right.
But
Yeah.
sick, sick. Is there anything you'd wish you'd known before starting, and anything you'd tell anyone who's on the fence of joining the mentorship, maybe?
Your mentorship.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like our
Just
mentorship.
join. You don't need to know anything. Just join. Yeah, I trust you guys with my eyes closed. That's what I'm gonna say. But it's like the real answer. I say there's nothing to be doubtful about. These guys are actually like I don't want to use the word legit, but you guys are you know top of the line as far as for mentorship. I'm speaking from my personal experience.
Mhm.
I had mentors in the past, like I said before, just throws a load of work at your face and you're like, go do it. You know,
Yeah.
no, not picking you up with your hand and telling you this, do
Mhm.
this. If it doesn't work, they go back with you to drawing square one. They didn't do none of that, but you guys were the opposite. You know, you guys are
Mhm.
really helping people and doing this for what they're really supposed to be, not just for, you know, numbers or whatever. But yeah, don't doubt anything. Whoever joining you guys' mentorship, don't doubt nothing. Just pay that, pay whatever fee they're asking you, because I promise you, it's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it for sure.
They're gonna
Appreciate
think
it,
it's
bro.
paid. They're gonna think we're paying you for it.
No, one,
This is not paid.
they're not paying me a single dime. I'm speaking this out of my own heart. No, they're not paying me nothing at all.
That's love, bro.
Yeah,
That's love. No, I really appreciate it,
Appreciate
man.
it.
I mean, that's why we do this, right? Like, it is fulfilling. That's the one thing. And it's like, yeah, like we were there essentially is our main thing. So we understand being lost and being like, wait, what the heck? Why is this? Like, we get it. But sick, sick. Last couple of questions. Just yeah, last section. Can you walk us through like the first 17 days and like how it went? You don't have to go day by day, but like that first kind of like period that we started working, like how did that go?
first period definitely clear for one. I'll say that.
Mhm.
There was no sense of confusion or loss or nothing. Resources you needed is there. Help you needed is there. You know,
Mhm.
it's all up to the person. If you want to do it, just do it. Everything was there. You know, like there was no doubt at all whatsoever. The first 17 days at all. You know, trust is there for sure. That's like the biggest thing too.
Mhm.
You guys, like I said, Ilyan's response time was like crazy, even to this day. Like
Appreciate
the,
you.
whatever you need is just there. You know, there's nothing negative about it. It was all just positive. You know, so
Sick, sick.
that
No,
was
I
like the
appreciate
first
that.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like also like calls wise, like just wanted to kind of get like a sense of that too. Like, calls wise, like how did that go? Like I know we had like calls and like in our first one we talked about like the audit, right? Store audit. And
Right.
like that was the first I don't want to like I that's also what I was trying to understand. Like how did that go? Right. You know.
When exactly the way it's supposed to go. You know, straight to the
Okay.
point.
Yeah.
Whatever you like, I needed help with.
Hmm.
Whatever it was that I was confused about, that's exactly what was being solved. You know, uh,
Sick.
you guys, yeah, I don't even know how to describe it with words anymore. But yeah, it was that perfect it could be.
Sick, sick. Yeah. Two more questions here. So what does your store look like now? And like what's your like daily revenue and maybe like monthly target?
Daily revenue. There's some days that, you
Hmm.
know, a few days maybe no orders, but on a consistent, if we're speaking consistently, 300, 400, 500, 500 revenue. And keep in mind this is just the first 2 3 weeks, 3 4 weeks of this new product. So
Hmm.
if I put 20 times more work that I'm putting right now, uh
Yeah.
fix it the way it needs to be fixed or set it up the way it needs to be set up, I'm sure it'll be at like 2 3K whatever daily revenue, things of that sort. But yeah.
Sick, sick, beautiful.